during your teenage, what was the biggest dream you had?
I wish I had one to talk with the biggest. I've never had one as such. I was very studious, right through my school and college days, and this fantasy come fascination. Fantasy is a dream, fascination is achieving it. I used to end up in the top 5 bracket right through school, in terms of ranks. So, but getting to your question, did I have any dreams? I confess no. I used to go to the school, come back, mug, climb up, go back, study, come back. And that used to be my life. Evenings I didn't play, vacation I didn't play. But somewhere in the undergraduation, I felt a little lost. I did share part of the story earlier. I want to get into engineering, and at that time there was a myth. You take elective chemistry, physics, or mathematics, you can take first group, and therefore get into engineering. Little did I realize the myth was wrong. Ignorance of mine. Teachers probably did not guide me right now as the right guidance. Maths was the only qualifying subject to get into first group, and therefore engineering was ruled out. So what was left? Doing medicine, and that was something which I did not have that sense of understanding or liking. And there was second group. In fact, I got second group in Western College, Tamra. But when I talk to people around, you go by the peer pressure. Somebody says something, dad's colleague says something, commerce somewhere popped up and it dropped into my life. I never walked into commerce. Commerce walked into my life. So in PUC, when I joined Loyola College, it was logic, economic, commerce. Logic, economic, commerce. There's no maths.
Oh,
so that terrible maths out of
logic is it part of psychology?
Yes, part of psychology. Syllogism, illogical syllogism, and all that. Something called Berkman who taught us in Loyola, in pre-university. So it was a combination of logic, economic, commerce, and English. And what was this? Subjects, the language is French. I did French.
Oh.
So I moved away from my traditional language from school. I moved away from maths, which is pretty much a boring subject for me. So I did these 3. And one thing good about me, and I'll talk about myself, is that whatever I take up learning, I love to learn. So I learned very well, I studied very well, because there was a talk at the campus. If you do very well in that commerce group, you will get a walkthrough into BCom at Loyola.
Okay.
So which is my ambition. So I got into Loyola, BCom. And when I did commerce, there was again peer pressure developing. Some of them started doing ICT MBA.
Okay.
So we used to go to the Alpha Institute in Ambalam evenings, twice a day in the evenings, twice a week, sorry. And some of them did brilliantly. And the maths came back into my life.
Yeah.
There was a combination of maths and statistics put together, 100 marks. Accountancy 100 marks, commerce, economics 100 marks. I fed very well in commerce, I fed very well in economics. Maths and science put together, 100, I got 80.
Oh.
Knowing very well, I lost out on all the maths problems. Okay. This is I'm talking about internalized MBA. And I got, assumingly right in my memory, all my stats right. Stats I liked. But I failed miserably. That was the last of the accounting career or dream, if at all was a dream at that time.
Okay.
So I was lost. Confess I was lost.
Okay.
And it was a chip at where we used to stay. We used to have this Malayali club, and movies used to be screened open air once a month. So I bumped into one of my seniors at Loyola who moved on to Jamshedpur to do a course. So I asked him, what are you doing? And then he said, I'm doing personnel management, industry relations. That was Greek and Latin to me. But I was the secretary of the Commerce Association, joint secretary.
Which year?
This was 17 and 18, third year of commerce. And one of my friends in Sri Lanka, he was secretary, I was joint secretary. We used to organize seminars and guest lectures. So I asked him, this senior of mine in Loyola, can you come and give a guest lecture at the college? He said, fine, I'm in a holiday vacation. So I brought him over. He gave a lecture about how to get into a B school like XLRI. So I never knew what's XLRI at that time, till I got to know from him. And there was good news for me that there was a course in personal management and investment. Don't know what it was at that time. One maths paper less in the entrance test. And there was another course which is business management, one maths paper extra, which means, one less year. Okay. So then I got preparing for that. I had a few students along with me, co-students rather. So we did well, we worked hard, and the cost of being in commerce. And I was rejected by IIM. I was not even called by IIM because maths again went for a toss. Quantity when I say maths. And I got a call from XLRI and got into the course today called HR, that I'm in Relations and Personal Management. So the dream, if at all, was quite shattering in my undergraduation. So I don't know, the universe and the energy around, or the energy within me, fortunes, good spirits of my parents, and well-wishers, whosoever known or unknown, helped me to get into this now.
Two things from the sharing. First thing is that you lost when you were doing your commerce undergraduation, number one. Number two, till final year of your UG, you never had any goal or any plan for next course or next step of life.
See, there were very hazy options. Do MCOM, okay, do CA, which I knew was not going to happen because ICWA was still with me. Do ICWA. Then there was softer option. People said you can do company secrecy, which means there is not much of quantity stuff there. It's only legal law for the company and annual general body, record keeping and all that stuff. So these were the soft options. Frankly, till the third year I was lost. Or rather, till second year, end of the third year, beginning was lost.
So when you had issues with the ICWA and when you felt personally lost at that point, did you consult anybody? How did you cope it up?
Frankly, I didn't have anybody to consult. It's my parents, and they were ignorant too. And some of my classmates in the college, they were more empowered and enlightened. So I would say they were people who helped me blossom my potential and also somewhere gave me a push, a very subtle, indirect, powerful push that you might do something. So I would say the universe conspired healthily. That means bumping into that guy, the senior, and that too in a movie location, watching a movie and in the sidelines talking about it, him coming and talking in the college, and then me getting aspirationally wanting management, don't know what is management, don't know what is relations. So I think all these, the haziness sort of gave way, those bad clouds withered away, and something healthy happened.
Actually, in previous edition of our show, Inside Our Journey of a Leader, we had an IRS officer, Sri B. Yadagiri, as our guest.
Okay.
He told us that when he was doing his graduation at Tirupati, while traveling in bus, he overheard about civils and then he got into civils. Now he is an IRS officer. Now you are saying while at a movie club and you just got to know about XLRI and now you are an XLRI postgraduate. What is your take on this?
Going back to, I'm just putting one together, going back to what I said about observations. I think observations play a lot in terms of learning and growing. If you're observing, you're curious, you're inquisitive, you are ardent, you become more ardent, you become more interested in something. And so I think these are storylines of many. I keep hearing storylines of my son's classmates dropping out of NIT Trichy after going to AIEEE and getting the seat, abandoning and moving into AR Rahman's troop. So, music and probably his parents were scolding him saying, don't listen to music, study. But this guy, dropped out of 1 year. So I think there is a silver lining of the storyline, in every storyline of everybody. Perhaps it's so difficult for me to fathom that something to be very structured and planning and at that early stage to get into something very concrete specific in life. I have come across participants who have changed gears and changed completely their career opportunities to something very, very different from what they were doing earlier. And I would say it's basically the calling of life which awakens you at some point of time. And it's also the combination of wondering what you do. I think it's a good place to even get lost. Okay. When you get lost, you don't know what's happening. And considering that you talked about earlier, meticulous and diligence, those are success factors you deploy into a situation of being at a loss. So the loss becomes a state of being positively restless to search for something. And when you search for something else happens. Influence of the classmates, you read something in the paper, or do some exercise activity somebody else, or you hear, as you said, this Yadagiri whom you interviewed, listen to somebody talking in the bus, I think, I'm connecting to a book, a lovely book called The Celestine Prophecy of James Fielding, I think his name is. And he wrote, there is something called universal consciousness, which is available as collective consciousness for all of us. We don't really pick the threads otherwise. We dismiss sometimes coincidences. They are not coincidences. There are a lot that happens outside which is connected to you. A lot happens within you which is connected to the outside world. If you can get into those right frequencies, you don't have a formula for that. You get the right frequencies. Don't dismiss coincidences. Probably the incident of you interviewing me at this point of time, we meeting some years ago, I can't dismiss coincidence. The purpose of why you met me at that time and why I met you at that time. So probably synchronizing with this time for you to have a chat with me.